Hey guys, it's Ray Campbell at Fairway Independent Mortgage. It is Monday, December 11th. I wanted to give you a quick update on market, let you know kind of what's going on right now. And we've got a big week coming this week for interest rates. We're going to see where the Fed is, see if they're going to hold or not for this last meeting of the year. Expectation is that they are going to hold. Hopefully they'll keep rates where they are, and then we're going to look forward a few months into next year, maybe March, April timeframe, kind of see where things are going. Looks like right now we've got a 52% chance in March of the Fed thinking about cutting rates in that of course is the Fed funds rate. That's short-term rates, which normally has an opposite effect on interest rates for mortgages, but with some of the things they're doing on the back end, not necessarily the rate decision itself, but focusing on inflation and why they're doing things, the economy, those kinds of things will help this year as we go through the year to make sure that rates start to come down. Again, expectation is that they are going to be coming down. I know we've been saying that for a long time, but the time frame just kind of moved around on us a little bit. A lot of that had to do with certain jobs numbers, things like that. Those are starting to actually show up, and we're also getting revisions going back in time, which we all knew that they should have been lower, but they weren't. So it made it look like things were better than they actually were. Even though that if you dive into the reports, you can get the real story, but the headline numbers is really what moves markets. So this week we've got inflation numbers coming out tomorrow. Ideally, those are going to come in a little bit lower than expectation. That's what we're kind of looking at right now to see inflation continuing to come down and get better. And then the Fed meeting on Wednesday. So we're going to have some moves this week. We are at a point right now where interest rates could get a little bit better. But they got better and they started to sell off a little bit ahead of what's going to happen this week, and we'll have to see what happens. But we do have some room for them to get better if everything comes in our way this week, and we'll have to see how that plays out. So trend is down. Interest rates are coming in mid sevens now. And you can buy down even into the sixes. I know that you guys are starting to see some of that. Still not really a big fan of paying discount points because of what's happening with interest rates, that they are going to be coming down. And it looks like they're going to be coming down significantly over time. Of course, it takes a little bit of time, but we're talking about months to a year or so on these loans before we look at doing a refinance. So still doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for discount points to buy down the interest rate into the sixes. I know that's a tough pill to swallow for a lot of buyers, but when we run the numbers, which any loan officer should be doing, is showing them the benefit and the cost of actually buying down the interest rate and getting that interest rate into the sixes, and what that really means for them down the road. And we look at the whole picture. We don't want to stick somebody in a loan that's going to cost them a bunch of money now and then just turn around and refinance them later, and then they lose that money. So keep that in mind when you're talking to your buyers, when they're talking about shopping for interest rates, making sure that they're comparing loan estimates side by side. Make sure that they're not seeing any kind of a big difference between lenders. We are seeing some very creative ways of putting those fees in there. People are putting in the same amount of cost in, let's say, origination fees or application fees, and not calling them discount points, even though it's compensation to the lender. It goes in a different line item, and so then it's terminology, and they can get away with kind of a different way of putting that together and making it look like, or sound like anyway, that it's actually a little bit better deal than it is. So one of the things that we are focusing on again right now is our Fairway Advantage pre-approval. So if you don't know what that is, of course, it's a full credit approval that comes with basically a backing by Fairway that we can put with our cash guarantee to help you get those buyers, get them approved, get them into a home, and help with some negotiations when we start to see multiple offers come through. This is a little bit different than just your standard lender, hey, pre-approval, or even a credit approval from another lender. This is a whole nother thing. So if you have any questions on it, feel free to reach out and let me know. Our team is always ready and able to help any of your buyers, and if you have any trouble trying to get somebody closed, make sure you reach out to us and run the scenario by us so that we can have that conversation with you, and hopefully, if need be, save a deal for you. So feel free to reach out to us. I'll be in touch a little bit more often now that we're not going to be doing the same update every single week. Interest rates are high and not really seeing any relief. We can start getting back to a little bit of normal and get these messages out to you hopefully sooner. And by the way, starting on the new YouTube stuff, go onto the YouTube page, like, subscribe, do me that favor if you would. We're going to be putting different programs, the differences, information you can share with your buyers and your sellers about loan programs, loan situations, market conditions, things like that. So get on there. It's information you can use for you to get information to your buyers to help you personally with your transactions as well. So go on to the YouTube page, like, subscribe, do all that stuff for me. And of course, if you need anything, just give us a call. You can call us at any time or text us 214-441-7496. It's our team number. It comes to both of us for now. And we'll look forward to speaking with you again soon. Have a good week, guys.